Hello Algebra 1 students, we are in week 4 of our function booklets, literal equations and sequences. We are in tier 2, lesson 3, solving two-step literal equations. So let's check off our booklet. Here we are in tier 2, lesson 3, solving two-step literal equations. Let's make a real quick change to this real quick. Right here where this capital A is, let's make that a capital P. What literally that is representing is the perimeter of a triangle where you add the three sides together. All right, and then we can go down through here and solve our two-step literal equations. And remember, these are real-world equations that you got to be able to manipulate the variables like we talked about in tier 1 to be able to extract the information that you need in either a science class or a future math class. So this one models, the first one here, we want to solve for A, which is a side of one of the triangles, and we have the perimeter P. So I always like to start with my balancing point, and I want to solve for this A here, this guy. So to get that A by itself, I have to subtract B, and I'm going to do this in one step because we are in tier 2 now, and I have to subtract C to get those to go away. Well, all that means is I got to subtract B on this side and subtract C on this side as well. And then when I do that, this cancels, and I'm left with just my A on this side. And then on this side, I have my capital P minus B minus C. So if I wanted to write this a little neater and a little cleaner, I would write A equals P minus B minus C. And that would be how I could manipulate that to find out what side A of that triangle would be if I were given the other variables. Now this one is our old friends, the slope-intercept form of a line. Y equals mx plus b. So we want to solve for the x. Again, here's my balance point. Boom, done. I'm going to do my reverse PEMDAS. I'm going to subtract b from both sides. So on this side, I'm left with y minus b. On this side, I'm left with mx because that cancels. I'm still trying to solve for x, so I got to divide both sides by m. I'm left with x on this side because that cancels, and I'm left with this ugliness over here. So to write that a little cleaner, I would come down in here and go x equals y minus b divided by m. And that would be my solution right there. Lastly, this is the perimeter of a rectangle. I don't know why I have A there, but I'm just going to leave it. And this perimeter would be 2 lengths and 2 widths, and you add them together. So 2 times length times the width. Now, you might get this equation in this form, 2L plus 2W. But all we've done here is we have taken out the greatest common factor of 2, and that's why we have the 2L plus W. It's kind of like reverse distribution, because remember we can distribute stuff into parentheses, and that's kind of all we did here is to get this here, we just kind of reverse distributed it to get this 2 out of it. I'm going to erase all that because I hope I didn't confuse anybody right there. If I did, disregard it. It really isn't all that important because we'll learn about it later. Alright, so I want to solve for W. Well, the first thing I do is get rid of this 2 out in front. So I need to divide both sides by 2 because, again, here's my balancing point. When I divide both sides by 2, on this side I'm left with L plus W. And over here I have A divided by 2. I'm still trying to solve for W, so I need to subtract the L. And on this side now, this goes away, and I'm left with W, and then I have A over 2 minus L on that side. And if I wanted to write it a little cleaner, I would write W equals A over 2 minus L, and that would be my solution for this literal equation. Good luck on your practice set.